Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to Pokémon X. Last time we began our post-game shenanigans. Today we're continuing our post-game shenanigans by heading over to Kai, the city that is in the tropics. So this is our last bastion of... Oh. Okay, that was weird. I thought a music track was going to play right there, but you know what? There it is. Keelout Station, where we are going to Keelout City. You got a Pokédex, right? I'll give you a Pokemon quiz. What is the sticky stuff that Swirl expels to stop its opponent's movement? I think it's saliva. Well, no, it's threats. Why would it be saliva? I don't know, but I got a max revive out of it. I'm expanding my world by imagining a lot of things from my Pokédex. Indeed you are, indeed you is. You wouldn't happen to be Serena, would you? I saw you in the parade. See, the parade is important. Yeah, I'm her. You forgot, she's her. I knew it! You're everything I expect who holds the honor of Kalos to be. I'm so grateful for you for stopping Team Flare. Please take this small token of my appreciation. The Versus Recorder. Now, if you remember in the good old days of Pokemon, this is an item that allows you to record videos, or, yeah, to save videos of battles with your friends. And if you connect it to the internet, if Wi-Fi were still alive, you would be able to share those videos online, and also be able to search for said videos on your own time. And there it is, and there it was. So with that being said, let's go and explore around. Yeah, let's go ahead and explore around Keelout City and see what the stuff has to offer us. So anyway, here's the Pokemon Center, first of all. And as for the wallpapers that you can now have access to here, let's go ahead and organize our box, and let's see what wallpapers we got here. First, special. So here's special one that has a Chespin, Finnegan, and Froakie. Here is special 2. It's a Xerneas. I think special 3. No, not Switchbox, idiot. No. Special 3 gonna be a default. Yeah! Yeah, that's my goal! Here's special 4. It's a Mega Ring with a Keystone in it. So that's cool. It's a Mega Stone. Special 5 is a Team Flare background. Oh, that's cool. I've never seen most of these. Special 6 is the PSS, I think it is? Yeah, the PSS. That's it. 7 is Pokemonomy. And I think I have a feeling of what Special 8 is. I think it might be Super Training. Yep. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neato. Alright, so on the right cashier, you'll be able to purchase the TMs for Overheat, Wild Charge, Giga Impact, Reflect, and Light Screen. So Overheat will harshly lower the user's special attack stat, but if you get a white herb, that will be, put in check. Wild Charge is an electric type takedown or double edge. Giga Impact is the physical hyper beam. And Reflect and Light Screen, you already know what these do. So I'm going to buy Reflect and Light Screen with a hint of Wild Charge too. I think I might as well just do a little bit of a TM cleanup in a little bit. Isn't it nice how you can challenge the battle Maison at your own pace and rest between battles? Yeah, it's pretty neat, I guess. Pokemon in the Friend Safari are known to have having uncommon abilities. Indeed. You can call me the Judge. That's actually not my real name, but it's what everyone calls me. It's because of this weird power I have. It's a gift, really. I can discern, or judge, you might say, the overall potential of individual Pokemon. So this guy is the stats judge. He can determine the individual IVs of your Pokemon, or individual values. Its potential is decent all around. Okay, that's how I judge it. So it's gonna have decent stats. And it's got special defense as its dominant stat, apparently. What about CJ? What about him? Decent all around. Okay. His HP is also dismal, apparently, so There's a lot of math involved. Above average. Its greatest potential lies in HP. Okay, so that's great. That's actually kind of great, I'm not going to lie. Because, you know, Reuniclus is indeed an HP sponge, if you will. I came to the Battle Maison so I could amass lots of BP, or battle points, and trade them for items. But just so. In the Battle Maison, you can team up with friends and take on a multi-battle. I'll definitely keep a sharp eye out for that, indeed. I'm going to turn on battle animations here. And get the battle background to stickers. On the bottom screen now. Excuse me, got a minute? You look like you know a lot about Pokemon. Could you use knowledge to help me out? Yeah? Here's what I'm wondering about. Usually ground-type moves can't hit a Pokemon with the Levitate ability. But I'm sure there's some way to do it. I just can't for the life of me figure out how. I have several ideas, but I can't decide which one to try. That's why I want your opinion on the matter. First, I'd like some advice about items. See, I want to use Trick or Switcheroo to give a Pokemon an item that has the Levitate ability so I can hit it with ground-type moves. After wondering what item I should give, I thought an Iron Ball would work. I'm not sure, though. Is Iron Ball a good idea? That's fine. Okay. All right. Well, either way, you can't really answer no in this situation. Oh, I knew it. But hearing you say that makes me feel much more confident. So passing an Iron Ball to a Pokemon with Levitate means ground-type moves will hit it. Thanks. I'd like to pick your brain again. If I use a certain move on a Pokemon with the Levitate ability, then use a ground-type move on it, I think it could work. Smackdown, Gravity, or Gastro Acid. Well, certainly you can use a Smackdown to get Flying-type Pokemon to come down, but I think Gravity would work. Again, there's no wrong answers here, so... yeah. So if I use Gravity, then a Ground-type move... yes. Advice about abilities. Apparently some abilities let you hit Pokemon with Levitate with Ground-type moves. But I'm not sure which one to use. Molbrigga, Terravolt, or Turbo Blaze all seem to have pretty good choices. I'm close, but I can't decide. Well, all these abilities basically do the same thing, and Molbrigga is the common version. Terravolt and Turbo Blaze are the Zekrom and Reshiram variants of it. I don't know how you would be able to not pick Molbrigga because of it. So, yeah, Turbo Blaze. Yeah, let's go with that. Of course, duh. Turbo Blaze let you use Pokemon moves regardless of the target's ability. Levitate won't matter, so you can't hit it with ground-type moves. Man, Turbo Blaze is cool. It's cool. Viva Turbo Blaze! I'm prepared for Levitate. I'm prepared with all anti-Levitate tactics. So no matter what Pokemon I face, victory is assured for my levitating Pokemon. Alright, sure. So by answering all of his questions, you'll be entered into a battle with Ace Trainer Anton. So here's the interesting thing about this guy. So the interesting thing about this trainer is that he's one of the only non-battle facility, you know, trainer NPCs to actually use a hold item. I'm not joking you. He does in fact, his Weezing does in fact have a toxic orb on him. I don't know why it would, but he probably has like Switcheroo or Trick or something like that to just help it out. So either way, Electros. So these are all Pokemon with the Levitate ability. But unfortunately, it didn't count for the effect for the amount of times. that I didn't use Earthquake, so ha! So Gastral Acid will actually suppress the ability, so no matter what, I'm just going to be left out with no Magic Art in sight. Thankfully, he doesn't have... Thankfully, none of his Pokemon have attacks that do chip damage like Sandstorm or, you know, Fire Spin or whatever else. So once again, my Pokemon are all them. Or at least Woom is, anyway. Bronzong. So, again, no matter what, you can't hit Pokemon that have Levitate with Ground-type moves unless you have Mold Breaker or any of its variants on your side. Which is why Gravity comes into effect. But that also means that it also applies to the user too, Gravity does. So there it is. I believe Gravity stays in effect for 5 turns. So that's pretty neat. But not neat enough to satisfy... I don't know. I don't get it either, but there it is. And I was so excited too. Ah. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin. I thought I was completely prepared for anti-levitate tactics. But in real battles, things never seem to go quite as smoothly as you expect. Yeah, tell that to high school me, because I always entered Gen 4 Pokemon battles every single day. I had a lot of time in between homework and where I would just, like, you know, continuously just play Pokemon Heart Gold or Platinum, and I would just continuously train Pokemon like every single day. So, yeah. Did you ever enjoy a meal in the restaurant at Lumios? Don't forget that eating means you're receiving the energy to live off of every another thing. I guess. Certainly one way to get stronger. Of course. Which is why you gave me the TM for Skydrop. Skydrop carries the target into the sky on the first turn and drops it on the ground the next turn. You might want to try intimidating a trainer who uses it very well. Yeah, I can tell. Noah. What do you mean, Noah? What do you know about him? He was never meant to be pulled in until, like, I don't know, 9 years later? 9 years after this game is released? The Pokemon Kyurem. Does anyone have it? Well, I don't have Kyurem. But if you do, then I believe this person will give you the DNA splicers. So if you have Reshiram or Zekrom in your party, then you can fuse Kyurem into one of them so you can make black or white Kyurem happen. Our secret HQ was up in flares because of you. That's right. Well, but at least Team Flare went out in style. Though there was kinda no style, huh? The way we tried to save ourselves. Just leaving everyone else to burn. I thought it over and over again, like thinking I was going out of style. And in the end, I think the world would be pretty dull if everyone was the same. Don't want to cramp anyone's style anymore. Yeah, I guess Team Flare kind of learned their lesson, huh? I wonder why this random Team Flare grunt is just so happened to be here. Who knows? Who knows? Are my Pokemon healed? Because I really want to... Okay, well, some of them are anyway. I don't really want to be like that. I'm going to put CJ out front. I don't really know why I made it set, but okay. Friend Safari. So, if I were to show you this, then you would be kind of amazed that Friend Safari would actually be a really useful feature. Because unfortunately, I don't have friends in my friends list because I'm playing this on a PC and whatever else. So, at the Friend Safari, it all depends on how many friends you have in your 3D stored on your 3DS. If I were to show you this, then I would. But I don't, because I don't think anybody, I barely think anybody in my friend group like plays 3DS games as much as they used to. So, if your friends list is like really big, then you have access to the most friend safaris. And what these friend safaris are is, well, you basically click on a friend, and what type of friend safari you go on basically determines, you know, your type of friend safari. So there's a friend safari for each type of Pokemon, like normal, fire, water, and, you know, whatever else. And all Pokemon in the friend safari actually do have different abilities. I believe they have the hidden abilities, I think. So yes, all friend safaris have 3 Pokemon that may be caught. So, yep, there it is. And they're all guaranteed to have at least 2 IVs of 31, which is the max amount. And they have a higher chance of being shiny. And all Pokemon in the friend safari are at level 30. So causing some Pokemon that evolve at later levels to be like very underleveled. Pokemon in the friend safari can be found regardless of being version exclusive or otherwise obtainable. So, there it is. So basically, no matter what, you're going to be finding Pokemon regardless of whether you have Pokemon X or Pokemon Y. And since this applies to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, you know, both of those versions too. So, each Pokemon in a friend safari, in a type safari, has 3 different slots. And it all depends on the type of friend you have. So, for example, a friend might have normal type safaris in slot 1, meaning they have Teddiursa, Aipom, Dunsparce, or Lillipup. Slot 2 has Loudred, Kecleon, Audino, and Minccino. Meanwhile, slot 3 has Chansey, Ditto, Eevee, and Smeargle. So it's that type of thing where it's all random and it all depends on, you know, the friend that you have. And speaking of which, in terms of the fairy type safari, slot 1 has Togepi, Snubbull, Kirlia, and Dedenne. Slot 2 has Jigglypuff, Mawile, Spritzee, and Swirlix. And Clefairy slot 3 has Clefairy and 3 different types of Floettes, the blue, red, and yellow flower. So that's pretty neato. And here's an interesting factoid about this. Vivion's icon, before it got patched, would not replace the Pokeball icon after it was encountered. And Floette is the only Pokemon that has a greater than 50% chance of showing up at a friend safari. And don't worry, I'll get to Floette in a second when I've finished up my business here, because it's really curious about Floette, since it did play a major part in AZ's story, in my man's AZ's story. I guess I might as well, you know, tell you all about it while, you know, I enter the big facility here. You know, the main attraction, if you will. Here you can find a nugget. And here is the main attraction. Battle Maison, run by 4 fabulous sisters that you totally just remembered existed. And this basically uses the same music as the Battle Chateau, so I would definitely argue that the Battle Chateau is the better battle facility, thank you, because it's more unique. Well, I would say more unique because, well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're playing any Gen 6 game, congratulations, you have just entered the Battle Tower. Because that's basically what this is. This is basically the Battle Tower of this place, of Pokemon X and Y, and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So I am going to change up the music here. I don't know what music corresponds with what. I just want to make sure I get the right music in here. So if you don't mind, I'm going to look something up really quickly. So for the music, I want to change it to Music 4. There are 11 tracks that you can choose from in this game. I just don't have all of them at the moment. So, the more you battle online, the more pieces of music that you'll get. And unfortunately, I can't actually battle online because, you know, Wi-Fi's dead. So just so you're aware, Music 1 is the trainer battle, 2 is the wild battle music, Music 3 is the rival battle, 4 is the gym leader theme, Music 5 is the Karina battle theme, 6 is Team Flare, 7 is Lysander's battle, 8 is the Kalos legendary battle, Music 9 is a legendary theme that we haven't encountered yet, 10 is the Elite Four theme, and 11 is the Champion theme. So, just like with the Battle Institute, you can fight in whatever battle format that you want, except triple, rotation, and multi-battles are actually a thing. I haven't really gone over multi-battles yet, but we have experienced them in the story, but basically you team up with another in a sort of double battle style, if you will. Since I'm more proficient with single battles, we're gonna go with singles, and I'm gonna turn off animations to keep things moving along here, so you'll forgive me if I did in fact, you know, do that very thing. Hello, I want to excuse me, I want to make sure my music is all... Okay, music selection is 4. Okay, we're good. Alright, single, please. Just remember, certain Pokemon aren't allowed in the, in this place, so... Yeah, indeed. I'm gonna use the Pokemon in my party once again. And I think just like before, I'm gonna go with, you know, Cosmos at first, Brawl second, and I guess I'll get the point out in third. I mean, they all have items anyway, so it's good. So either way, now we can go ahead and just do this thing. The Battle Maison is basically the Battle Tower. And if you don't know what the Battle Tower is, then congratulations, you've never played a Pokemon game in your entire life. So, the Battle Tower is basically, you know, a battle facility in which you fight a whole bunch of trainers in a row. However, the Battle Maison actually works out a little bit differently than what you might expect at first glance. So, after each battle, you can actually have the option to take a break if you wish. Yeah, you actually do have the option to take a break if you want to. You can just keep going and going and going until you want to take a break. And remember, this also applies to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire too. Bye-bye. Aw, Sniff, I lost it on my battle. It's sad, but I suppose it's my fault. Yeah, it is your fault. Alright, so... you get 1 battle point for every battle that you complete. Next is Battle 2. So, you can choose to interrupt your challenge if you want to, or you get to save your progress if you want to, and decide to come back at another time. This isn't actually quitting your challenge, but you can decide to just come back later to continue your battle challenge. So, that's what separates this from... you know, the Battle Tower, in which you just keep going until your 7th battle. That way, that will be your only way of interrupting your challenge, basically. Alright, Lady Crona. Lady Crona, if you will. And, of course, the other thing that separates it is the fact that you get 1 battle point for every trainer that you beat, basically. And the more you increase your winning streak, the more BP that you get, and the tougher your battles will become, basically. And so with that being said, what about the leaders of the What about the leaders of this whole operation? What are they like? Well, it turns out there's actually different ones for different leaders for different types of battles. They're called the Battle Chatelains. Basically, the battle facility leaders, if you will. For single battles, going on a 20th winning streak, or a 20 win streak. Oh wait, I forgot this is he's part normal type! And he just keeps using Roar on me, like what the hell? That's why I was like, why isn't it working? I'm like, oh wait, part normal type, duh. So, for single battles, on the 20th and 50th consecutive battles that you win, and this applies to all Gen 6 games, by the way, you fight Nita. On the single battle streak, Nita has Perugly, Wigglytuff, and Grumpig. Perugly has a big root, Wigglytuff has a shell bell, and Grumpig has wise glasses on. Perugly has Hypnosis, Dream Meter, Shadow Ball, and Round. Wigglytuff has Disarming Voice, Round, Focus Blast, and Thunderbolt. And Grumpig has Psychic, Shadow Ball, Power Gem, and Energy Ball. And on the 50th battle, she has all three weather legendaries of Unova. Yeah, no joke. Tornadus has a Yachi Berry and has Substitute, Double Team, Hurricane, and Focus Blast. Thunderous holds a Citrus Berry and has Wild Charge, U-Turn, Crunch, and Skydrop. And Landorus has a Choice Scarf with Extra Sentry, Earth Power, Focus Blast, and Grass Knot. So yeah, have fun with that. In double battles, you get to fight Evelyn on the 20th and 50th consecutive battles. I'm just going to tell you the Pokemon that she has for these. You can look up the movesets on your own time. She has Primeape and Persian and Pachirisu. Don't forget, this is the generation that made Pachirisu World Champion. And Lumineon for whatever reason. On the 50th battle, she has Raikou, Entei, Suicune, and Latios. Again, have fun! For triple battles, you get to fight Dana. And in triple battles, it's a full team of 6 Pokemon. So again, have fun with that. On the 20th battle, she has Piloswine, Dragalge, Whimsicott, Magneton, Girafarig, and Macargo. And on the 50th battle, she has Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, Regirock, Regice, and Registeel. And yes, I know, it's Regice technically, but you're wrong. I say this every Pokemon Let's Play that I have to mention Regice. So on rotation battles, you get to fight Morgan. On the 20th and 50th battles, of course. And in rotation battles, you fight 4 Pokemon each. On her 20th battle, Morgan has Sawsbuck, Mantine, Swalot, and Klefki. And on the 50th battle, she has Cobalion, Terrakion, Latias, and Virizion. Multi-battles actually work out a little bit differently. So, in multi-battles, you fight Evelyn and Nita no matter what. However, they'll either be paired up with Dana or Morgan on each of those battles. So that's basically a thing. Using 2 Pokemon that are randomly chosen from their 20th battle streak or their 50th battle streak. So, yep. And it probably goes without saying, but every single fight, your Pokemon get healed. So again, it just kind of goes without saying. For your multi-battle partners, you actually get a selection of either your friends or any one of the AI partners. And your AI partners consist of Shauna with Sylveon and Gudra, Tierno with Halucha and Talonflame, or Trevor with Tyrantrum and Auroras. Why didn't they use these in their big battle in the main story? And since this applies to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire as well, I won't tell the movesets. But your AI partners in that instance are Brendan, May, Wally, Maxie, Archie, and Steven Stone. Again, I just gotta say it applies to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire too. Either way, you really only need to you really only need to do one battle in the Battle Maison in order to move on with the post-game story here, but yeah. I'm just showing you how it is. I'm just showing you how it all is. So, Battle Maison is divided into two classes. Normal class and super class. So, I believe by clearing the first battle with the Battle Chatanels, you get the super class depending on what thing you choose. Or rather, not really what you choose. But more like super version of each format is unlocked when the player beats Battle Chatanel in that format, such as a super single battle. Yeah. So the streak ends at 20 for the normal, ending after beating the Battle Chatelaine. So, yeah, there it is. As for your restrictions, of course, all Pokemon above level 50 are set to level 50. Those under level 50 will remain at that level they're at. Items can't be used, of course. You don't gain any experience. You can interrupt your challenge at any time, and they can be resumed at any time that you want. Pokemon encounter won't be contributed to the Pokedex at all. And regardless of what battle style you choose, the following Pokemon won't be allowed. So, here they are. Mewtwo, Mew, Lugia, Ho-Oh, Celebi, Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, Jirachi, Deoxys, any form, Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, Fione, Manaphy, Arceus, Shaman, Darkrai, I almost said Dracry, what? Victini, Reshiram, Zekrom, Qrem, Keldeo, Meloetta, Genesect, Xerneas, and Veltal, another Pokemon that we haven't encountered yet, but you can probably guess which one it is. It starts with a Z. Diancie, Hoopa, Volcanion, and an egg. Also, any Pokemon holding a Soul Dew. Because, why? I don't know why the Soul Dew is just banned for whatever reason. I don't know why, but yeah, there it is. Either way, I'm gonna interrupt this challenge here because well, I basically explained all I can explain. This is basically the battle tower, except a little bit more lenient. And honestly, I kind of like it for that. I mean, it's not the best battle facility out there, but it's definitely a battle facility that I would recommend over a battle tower if you just want an easier time. Either way, at the exchange corner, you can trade your BP in for prizes, including all the vitamins and the power items. These hold items are there to increase your stats. So, Bracer for attack, Belt for speed, Bracer for attack, Belt for defense, special attack for the lens, Band for the special defense, Anklet for the speed, and Weight for the HP. Toxic Orb, which badly poisons the holder. Flame Orb burns the holder. White Herb restores any lowered stat. Power Herb immediately uses a move that requires a charge. Absorb Bulb boosts special attack if hit by a water type attack. Cell Battery boosts attack if hit by an electric attack. Red card, with a red card, you can make the attacker get removed from battle. The eject button makes the attacked Pokemon switch out immediately. Weakness policy. This increases the attack and special attack if the holder is hurt by the move that it's weak to. Ring target. Moves that normally have no effect will land on the Pokemon holding it. Protector makes Rhydon evolve into Rhyperior when traded with it. Whip Dream makes I believe Swirlix makes Swirlix evolve, I guess. And Sachet makes, Spritzy evolve into Aromatisse. Electrizer makes Electabuzz evolve into Electivire when traded. Same with Magmar into Magmortar. Same with Dusk collapse into Dusk Noir. Same with Porygon into Porygon 2. Same with from Porygon to Porygon Z. Wise Glasses boost special moves. Choice Specs boost special attack, but only for one move, but only allows one move to be used. Lens boosts the whole scope lens, hosts the critical hit ratio. Zoom lens, if the holder moves after the target, the accuracy will be boosted. Why would you ever want that when wide lens is right there? Muscle Band boosts the power of physical moves. Focus Band makes the holder endure any potential KO attack. Choice Band boosts the attack but only allows use of one move. The Scarf does the same but for speed. Assault Vest raises special defense but prevents the use of status moves. Focus Sash basically is the best item in the entire game. Razor Claw increases critical hit ratio. Razor Fang makes the target flinch sometimes. Bright Powder lowers the target's accuracy. Life Orb boosts the power of all moves, but cuts the cost of some HP on each hit. Iron Ball lowers speed and allows ground-type moves to hit flying-type Pokemon and levitating holders. This is a lot of items, Jesus Christ. Air Balloon makes the Pokemon float in the air, but once hit, the item will pop. Binding Band. This increases the power of binding moves like Fire Spin, Wrap, Bind, and whatever else. Safety Goggles protects the holder from weather-related damage and powder. Rare Candy, you know what that does. And finally, Ability Capsule allows Pokemon to switch between abilities. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. And over on the right, we have more. We get TMs. You can get the TMs here for Round, Incinerate, Swagger, Quash, Roar, Smackdown, Sludge Wave, Steel Wing, Explosion, Retaliate, Volt Switch, and Dream Eater. So there you go. Have fun with that. Jesus. That was a lot of talking I just did, but what are you going to do about that? What are you going to do? Either way, that will about do it for this video. So next time on Pokemon X, we're going to get out of the Battle Maison and see what we can do next on our little post-game venture. See you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Oh my god.